welcome to my channel, Oracle Intuitions. My name is Catherine, and this is your weekly energy reading for October 9th to the 16th. We're going to be taking a look into the energy for the mind, body, and spirit, as well as relationships with a closing message from the universe. All of the timestamps for each sign are going to be below in the description box if you don't want to watch the whole video and if you just want to skip straight to your sign, as well as links for my Instagram, my Facebook, and my website for those of you seeking a personal reading. By all means, please message me and we can set up a time for that, okay? And I'll give you all the information in the email, but you can also check my Facebook page or my website, as they both have information in regards to my personal readings. I also wanted to thank those of you that have joined or that joined on Saturday for the live. It was a lot of fun. I'm glad I was able to answer some questions for people. We're going to be doing this every Saturday. It's going to be at 1 o'clock Mountain Time. For those of you that are unable to join, you can still send in messages to me, again, through any of the links down below, and I will try to answer your question to the best of my ability during the live. Please remember, they're not going to be full readings. They're going to be just a brief outlook, and for those of you that are seeking a full reading, again, by all means, please message me. Thanks to those that have watched the replay also. I truly appreciate it. So let's get into it, and let's go into our weekly readings, all right? Also, too, please remember that these are general readings. They may not resonate with everyone, and that is why I do suggest that people take a look into their sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs as well. Have an amazing week, everyone. Many blessings. Aquarius, welcome to your weekly reading for October 9th to the 16th. We're taking a look into the energy of the mind, body, and spirit, as well as relationships with a closing message from the universe. Please remember that these are general readings, so they may not resonate with everyone. However, I do recommend that you check your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs as well. All of the videos will be uploaded this week. So on Mondays, we are looking into the earth signs. Tuesdays are going to be all of the water signs. Wednesdays are our air signs, and Thursdays are our fire signs. And please remember that on Saturdays, we're going to be doing a live little readings, mini readings, I guess. They're not going to be full readings, but I will answer as many questions as possible. And we had a lot of fun last week, so I'm really hoping that you can join us for this week as well. All right, let's take a look and see what's coming through for Aquarius this week. For the mind, we have the World. So it's the Shetland pony, or Shetland sheepdog, sorry. And it's coming through. It says, congratulations on successfully accomplishing what you set out to do. You've made it through the challenges and incorporated the lessons life offered you with grace and courage. Absolutely. This is in the mindset, guys. So what I feel is like right away, you're closing off cycles, okay? Now, this is within your mindset. This could be, externally as well. Maybe you're closing some chapters around you. But what I'm getting here is that it almost feels as though you've done so much releasing that what you may have even thought of as yesterday or maybe even last week, you're now closing that out. You're ending those chapters. So this could be old habits, old pain, old hurts, old mindsets, old things that we've recycled through our mind, body, and soul. It feels like you're a lot stronger now than you may possibly have been in the past. All right. Look at that. The Queen of Cups is coming through. This is a time of deep emotions and heightened intuition that you can trust completely. Be mindful you don't ignore your own needs while caring for others. Beautiful card. And for spirit, we have the Three of Autumn, miniature poodle dog. Your most satisfying and profitable career comes from following your passions, listening to your heart, and doing what brings you joy. Your life purpose is best fulfilled by allowing your talents and true self to shine forth into the world. Okay, so this is what I'm getting for you, Aquarius. Obviously, like I had said, you're closing out old cycles, okay? You're in this place where you're feeling not only strong within yourself, but you're now also presenting yourself with a stronger sense to the external world. This could be people around you. This even could be, to possibly careers, people within your career, people, your coworkers, your friends, lovers, all of this. I'm going to be honest with you. It feels like you guys have just all of a sudden come into your own. This is what I'm getting. For some of you, you may be very well concentrating on your work or your career, or possibly a new passion of some sort, maybe heading towards a new goal. What I'm getting here is that when people see you, it's not like you don't need any external satisfaction anymore. You're in this place, or you're about to come into this place where you've recognized your own talents, your own worth, your own self-esteem. You're following your own intuition. And as I said, you're closing out old cycles that are just no longer needed, no longer necessary for you. You're now now again, when that Three of Pentacles comes in, as it's talking about here, it's talking about maybe a new possible job, or, success within some sort of possible financial form. But it also talks about working with others. What I'm getting from Spirit here is that there is a less judgmental sense about you. So you may have gone into this place where you're not being, you're not looking at others, and it doesn't mean that you were, but what I'm receiving here is that you may be looking at others as, you just do you, rather than I'm going to judge you about how you're being. Even if you're not a judgmental person, Aquarius can be very closed off at times when it comes to possibly others. It's not that we're particularly judging, but it can be that sense of, this isn't resonating with me, so I'm just taking a step back. But there's also that sense of us, again, I don't want to say judgment, because it's not really particularly judgment. It's just, you just don't want anything to do with it. You just sort of back away from it, or may have even tolerated it, to some extent. What I'm getting here is it's not so much that you're looking at people as, this is somebody I don't want to be with, or somebody that I don't want around. It's just more, you do you. I'm going to let you be, and I'm still going to go and do what it is that I need to do for my own betterment. Again, it feels like as though you're closing off some cycles, closing out some chapters. You may even be shutting doors to possibilities that you may have allowed in the past. These are very, very strong cards. It really is telling me that you're coming into a sense of your own self-worth, your own self-esteem. It just feels like you've risen above all kinds of challenges in order to reach a different height of ascension within yourself. All right. It's not no longer worrying, well, what if I don't do this? If I don't do this, this person isn't going to like me. And it's not that you really particularly, again, when I say this, it's not that you're particularly had that within you, but there's always that little bit of sense that Aquarius knows they're not as, I guess, we don't fit in with the crowd as much as some people possibly do, right? We're very much individuals, and we know that, and we usually cherish it, and we usually follow it. But there is sometimes that sense behind that saying, this is, I know I'm not really fitting in. All right. And it can be bothersome at times. It can be like, I don't want to be fake. I don't want to fake that I'm going to fit in. I just really don't fit in, but it does bother me. And you're in this place now where you just don't care anymore. You understand that this is about you now, and you're following your own intuition, whether this be with world events, whether it's about careers, whether it's about relationships. I feel that you're not taking the old junk that you may have possibly tolerated or put up with in the past. All right. You're now following your own true heart. So let's get some clarification and see what's coming through with the clarifying cards. Okay, clarifying for Aquarius, October 9th to the 16th. For the world, we have the Bear. Use power with wisdom. Absolutely. It's like, again, you're in your own power now. You're within your own wisdom, and you're recognizing the things that you may have tolerated in the past. Maybe you didn't speak up, or maybe you spoke up even in a harsher way. Okay, that really did close out cycles. But I feel now that you're in a place of more, it might be even a more diplomatic way of closing things out, or you're just not involving yourself in any manner. It's almost like if you see something across the street that, maybe possibly it might have been an interest to you in the past, you're now going, I'm really not interested in that. Thanks for that offer, but I'm going. right? It's like relationships, you know, if there was relationships possibly that you may have tolerated in the past because, you know, maybe they were close friends, or maybe you felt that you needed to be a particular way in order for someone to like you, or in order for somebody to continue to date you, or whatever it is. You're now recognizing your own strength and you're saying, no, that's not cool. I want nothing to do with that. See you later. And that might also involve closing out chapters with people, and might be particularly people that are within your realm as it is right now. Okay. And just saying, no, I'm, you know, I'm, that's not my thing. I'm not into that. Thank you so much for the offer, but see ya. Okay. And I feel like that power is really coming through. And I feel like externally, other people are starting to see that power within you. And which means ultimately that when we start to present that power, not only within inside of us, but externally, and again, I don't feel it's like a force of power. It's again, power with wisdom. I feel that those things that we no longer need, or those things that are no longer necessary, or those things that we feel that we needed to maybe accept to some degree, okay, they're just not going to be presented to us anymore, because this is not only inner, but it's outer. All right, it's full. It's taking all of that and presenting it as a full package now. We also have the horse coming through. Care for others and let them be free. Yeah, you're freeing others. It's not like, again, you're not being harsh about it. You're not being mean about it. You're just saying, no, I'm not into that type of relationship, or this is what I wish out of a relationship. This is what I want, and this is what I'm going to strive for now. And it doesn't need to be within relationships. Again, it could be career, whatever aspect it is within your life. But I feel like there's this power that's coming through. You're allowing others to just go and be them. Go do you. But I'm going to stay within my morals, my ethics, my own realm of what it is that I want and what I believe. We have the cow, give with unconditional love and grace. Again, I do feel that for some of you, you're letting go of people, but you're not doing it again in a harsh way. For some of you, this also could be because you're closing out some chapters. There's going to be a sense of a different type of unconditional love coming through. Now, this could be externally, meaning that, especially with that Queen of Cups coming through, this could be that you're now willing to give in an unconditional way. Okay, there's that forgiveness that's coming through here. This could, again, be within relationships of some sort. And because we're closing out old chapters, we're also allowing ourselves to receive unconditional love, possibly from those who are willing to give it to us. All right. Sometimes Aquarius can be very, again, you know, going back to where, you know, it's not that we don't know that what it is that we deserve, or what it is that we desire. It's just sometimes we do have a big heart. We can be very forgiving. We try to see things from all sides. We try to be very fair. But again, you know, it can ultimately result in a sense of being hurt, because there is that overflowing of that big heart, right? But now we're getting into that place where if this isn't jiving with me, if this isn't what I'm truly looking for, I'm releasing it, and I'm releasing even others with that unconditional love. But I'm willing to receive that unconditional love now from others, because I know what it is that I deserve. We have the butterfly coming through. Be ready to transform with wisdom. It's really talking about wisdom. And the funny thing is that, you know, Aquariuses are quite known for their intellect. They can have a very high intellect, or at least they look at things in a very logical manner. And what I'm getting here is, again, you know, this transformation may have happened in such a way that it's not that people are shocked by a transformation, okay? I'm not saying that they're going to come and go, oh, wow, like you're this completely different person. It's, you know, because you're not going from A to Z. It's more like you're going from A, B, C, D, E, F, G. It's like this transformation that all of a sudden, it's like that cocoon, okay? You know, that caterpillar to the cocoon. It's a slow transformation, but it's a true transformation. It's not something that's quick, and it's not like, again, going from, 0 to 60. Okay, which can be kind of shocking, and it can be kind of setting people back a bit. But now you're just standing in your own power. And because that transformation was true, when we take that transformation, we do it possibly in a slow manner. We're really truly looking into ourselves, and we're allowing our inner core to show through. We're looking into what it is that we truly want, what it is that we truly desire, not what we think that we want for that day or for that week. Okay, this is a transformation that is solid, and that's what I keep getting, especially with that Queen of Cups. So, there are people from our past, just as an example, that, we always have those people in our past. Everybody does, no matter what sign they do, that they may have known you in high school, or maybe they knew you 20 years ago, or maybe they knew you last year. And, they try to put you into that same frame of a person as who you are. And I feel what's happening, or what could possibly happen, is people now might look at you and go, oh, you really are not that person. You are not that same person. But in a positive way, right? They're really looking at you with respect now. And that's what I'm getting. Or the ones that aren't looking at you with respect, shouldn't possibly be in your life anyway. But I do feel that because of your outer sense and your inner core being transformed, is you're going to have that different people are going to have that different perspective of you, instead of trying to put you into a past of maybe who you were, again, years ago, or even, who knows, last week, whatever it was. They're now going to have that different sense about you, because this is a solid sense. Okay, I hope that makes sense, but it feels very solid. We also have the Rat. Be true to yourself, and the universe will reward you. That's pretty much exactly what I'm saying. It's like, when you're true to yourself, this is a true sense. It's really digging into your core being. It's digging into who you truly are on the inside, and you're now projecting it out. All right? And that's when the universe starts rewarding us, because we're being true to ourselves. And we have the Ant coming through. Cooperate for the highest good of the community. So again, I feel like there's no I'm trying to think of the word for it, but it's basically that you're not coming off harsh. You're not coming off as, that lamb to the lion type of personality. This is just something that you're going to radiate. And through that radiation of that energy, people are going to recognize it, and it also is going to encourage others, and that energy is possibly going to spread to others. Because when people look at you and they realize that you're following your true self, it really does give encouragement to those who want to reach that goal also. And you may not even have to say anything, but people might even come to you and say, how did you do that? How are you such a different person? Or some aspect of those words, okay? Because I feel like that with that energy, you're going to really start, people are going to recognize it. They're not only going to have that respect for it, but they may have that admiration that they want to follow that path. And we also have the Whale. Live as a fully conscious being. I love this card because it really talks about living in the now. So instead of, again, worrying about the past or bringing in that past, you've closing off that cycle. You've also realized that the future hasn't been written yet, but you can make your own future, okay? Going back into that 3 of Autumn, and looking at and saying, this is what I want to do. I'm listening to my heart. I'm doing what brings me the joy. My life purpose is going to be best fulfilled by allowing my talents and true self to shine. So what I'm getting here is, even though the future isn't completely written for us at any time, we can always change that path. We now have that goal that we're trying to set, and we may be looking at that goal as, I know this is the goal that I want to reach, whether this is my personal life, my career, whatever is going around or going on around me. But I also know that reaching that goal, I have the vision of the future goal, but I also know that to reach that goal, I need to live in the fully conscious now. Okay, and have that appreciation, have that gratitude for who I am at this moment, because that's what really opens the doors. We also have the Raven, prepare for change. Yeah, I feel like this change is going to happen naturally. It is going to happen where you may look back at yourself, whether this is a week, a month, 6 months, a year, whatever it is, you're going to look back and go, wow, I have grown. I have truly grown as this human that I've really wanted to become, or who it is that I admire within myself. I also feel that externally there's going to be changes because of this, okay? External changes, again, with that Queen of Summer coming through, all right? There's going to be a heightened intuition. There's going to be a heightened outlook from others that will bring about change. And again, this could be within relationships, it could be within career, could be within whatever aspect it is that you're wanting to make that difference in. Okay, and it even could be within all of those. Once we open up one door, it allows many other doors to start opening. We also have the Rabbit, recognize your significance. Again, it's really talking about yourself right now, really cherishing yourself, really looking at yourself as that magnificent human being that you really are on the inside. And I feel like right now you're in this place that not only are you recognizing your significance, or you're about to reach that place that you're recognizing your own significance. Again, you're closing chapters to things that are just no longer needed. And once you close that door, you're not even going to hear the knock if that door tries to open again, because that's a chapter that you've just closed. And it's funny because once we raise our vibration, once we raise our core essence, once we start to ascend or evolve, the things from the past really don't start appearing again unless we allow them to. So sometimes we might close off a chapter and we think, oh, is that going to happen again? Am I going to fall into that same cycle or that same trap? And here's the thing, you're recognizing your own significance, and you may not even, what it is that you were fearful of may not even appear again, because we've just closed the door to it. All right. So let's take a look into relationships and see what's coming through for this week. So I feel like this is something that, again, you're either going to be working on, or this is something or a place that you're already at. Okay. With that mind, body, and soul. That's what I'm feeling, is that within this week or within the next near future, I feel like you're coming into recognizing your own significance, your own true self, your own, that strength that you have within your core, your own morals, your own ethics, right? It's just, this is who I am, and this is not what I'm going to put up with. So let's take a look into romance and see what's coming through for Aquarius. We're going to be using the Romance Angels from Doreen Virtue. We're also using the Angel Answers card from Radley Valentine. We're going to be pulling 3 of each. Remember that relationships do not need to be romantic. They can be friends, family, and co-workers. We have here, give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. We also have, let go of control issues. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. And getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. I feel that for some of you, there's going to be some sort of sense of there's some sort of communication that's coming through. This could be from somebody from the past. It could be, this could be a new person that you brought into, your life. Again, take all of this as it resonates. But I do feel that for some of you, there may have been something in regards to, what I'm getting here is that in the past, you may have felt that you needed to have try to control something. You remember how that card came through and it talked about letting others be free. Care for others and let them be free. So what I'm getting here is that you may have been in this place. And again, we talked about the closing of the cycles. Okay, in the past, you may have been in this place where you felt that if you didn't have control of a particular relationship, and it's not even about control, it might be that you were hurt in the past, so you were watching for, is this person going to hurt me? Is this new person going to hurt me? This is what I dealt with in the past. Is this going to be a repeated cycle? Is this the type of relationship that I'm going to continue? And again, that is a sense of control. So what I'm seeing here is that I feel like you're releasing that, okay? Letting go of those control issues. And through that is actually going to help either a particular relationship or possibly bring in a relationship for you. I do feel that for some of you, you may have given up on either relationships altogether, or possibly maybe a particular person, or maybe things weren't going the way you wanted them to go. But again, this isn't even so much on a physical level of letting go of that control. This is within your emotions. It's letting go of your mind, the worry or the stress or the anxiety about it. And I feel like through that, I feel like a bond is going to become deeper. Here's the interesting thing. When we talk about relationships, when we talk about the energy of relationships, when we start letting go of control around a particular relationship, what we actually end up doing is that other person will feel that. So let's say, there's a relationship that you had or you're interested in. I'm just going to give an example is, let's say you're dating somebody or you wanted to date somebody, but because of past issues, there may be jealousy, there may be envy, there may be worry, there could be anxiety, there could be stress. So we tend to act in that manner. We tend to either want to communicate more, or we tend to want to draw them closer to us, or we tend to maybe perhaps even watch their social media or whatever it is. There's a sense of control, even if we feel that they might not know that we're doing any of this. Okay, you may not say anything to that person, but internally you're feeling that stress or you're feeling that anxiety. The interesting thing is, people know. All right, even if they don't say anything, or maybe there's no communication in regards about it, everybody is energy. So we all feel that energy, and we feel when somebody's kind of hanging on to us tight, or we feel when maybe people are sort of let's use the word stalking, right? Stalking our social media, really paying attention to how others interact with us, or whatever it is. People feel that. We feel that energy, and we feel it ourselves. We know when somebody's being a little bit, I'm not going to say suspicious, because it's not really a particular specific way of acting, but it is a way that there's a sense of control. What I'm getting here is when you let go of that control, when you just sort of say, you know what, if this relationship happens, great. If it doesn't, whatever, I'm closing that chapter. I'm moving on to something that is going to be better for me. What actually happens is, because we've let go of that control, it allows that person to breathe. It allows that person to really recognize us as who we truly are. It allows them that energy to actually bring them closer. And if they're not supposed to be closer, they won't come closer. All right? It's the ones that we are supposed to be with that are going to recognize that change in the energy, and they're going to start moving towards us, because they're feeling free. They're feeling like they have that freedom around us and within us. All right. And it's a very powerful thing. We may think that we're letting go of the control, but it's actually, to be honest, it is more powerful to let go of somebody than it is to hang on to them. Just let them be free. And you find that most people want to do the best. But when we have that feeling like, I'm always being watched, or I feel like if I was to do this wrong, or if I was to feel that wrong, or if I was to do something wrong, like somebody's going to be judging, or they're going to be, coming after me, or there's this, again, that sense of control in some manner. And this is what I'm receiving. It's like, let it go and give that relationship a chance. Envision what you truly want out of that relationship, but then give it to the universe. Go about your day. Do the things that bring you the joy, not the things that you think are going to bring others joy. This is the time for you right now. You're closing old chapters. So who's not supposed to be in your life will not be in your life. It's time to let those ones that are supposed to be there to come through. And I do feel that for many of you, you're going to see a huge change within your relationships. So let's get some clarification from the universe and see what's coming through here. All right. Ask for help from others. No. And big happy changes. So what I'm getting here is when we talk about, again, letting go of control of others, I do feel with this no, it's basically confirming the fact of what I just said. I feel like it's almost like an answer maybe to possibly somebody's question when you've just heard that. Like, well, what if I just did this? Or what if I just did that? Or can I really let them go? Can I really, can I just hang on to them this way? Are they really, whatever it is? It feels like that answer to whatever it was that you were possibly thinking, the answer is no. And I feel this in a positive way. It's not that things aren't going to work out. I feel like if you're trying to talk yourself into keeping a control of a relationship in some manner, there's your answer. No. Just no. All right. This asks for help from others. So I do feel this is a time to possibly ask your guides, your angels. It may even be communicating with somebody in regards to your relationship or a possible relationship, or talking to somebody that you can really trust, whether this be a friend, maybe possibly, a therapist, whatever it is, or whoever it is. But again, I do feel like your guides and angels, because we do have, this angelic, it's almost like a soulmate or some sort of guardian angel that's standing behind them. I do feel that if there is a particular relationship that is stressful to you, or one that has brought you some sense of anxiety or whatever it is, again, ask for help. When you're asking to let go, or when you're asking for that sense of loss of control, it can be difficult. And when letting people to have their own energy to really move towards you can be hard, especially if it's not something that you're used to. And it's saying here to ask for help from others. Ask for help from your guides, from your angels. Maybe even perhaps ask your friend and say, look, this is how I feel. What would be the best advice in this situation? All right. Let go of that control. Really, maybe possibly listen to others. But what I'm getting here is through this process is that big happy changes are coming. I do feel there's that sense of communication. It feels like a relationship starts to form, a bond deepens between you and somebody else. Again, it doesn't need to be romantic. You can take it in whatever aspect it relates to. This even could be possibly within yourself, because you're now being true to yourself. You're now being honest with yourself. You're now opening up to yourself and really going into the core of who you are. So I feel like this is a week to really work on not only recognizing your own significance, closing the doors to things that are no longer necessary, just let go of control. I feel like this is a week of really truly getting to know you, okay? And moving forward, and through that process, you're going to see these changes that you've been wanting or desiring throughout your life, or some sort of evolution towards the things that you really desire. So let's get a closing message from the universe and see what's coming through. And I do feel that for some of you, you've already done this work. You've already taken a look at this, and you've already said, this is where I am. You might even be looking at this reading and going like, this is my confirmation that all the work that I've been wanting or all the work that I've been doing is exactly what was needed, right? For some of you, this might be just that thing saying, look, this is what you need to do. If you want to make those changes, this is how we go about to do it. So let's get a closing message. This is the Heal Yourself or Oracle. And remember, all the cards are down below in the description box as well. We have alchemy. Look at that balance. This is like the temperance card in traditional tarot. So again, I do feel that letting go of control in some way, it's not only bringing about a better balance, but when we have that balance within us, this is about alchemy. This is about magic. This is about creation. This is about the flow. of the natural elements. It's basically allowing ourselves to create whatever it is that we want. An alchemist is not only about balance, but it's about working with the natural elements of things around us, but also inside of us. And I feel like for some people, they may also look at that Temperance card as like a twin flame card or a soulmate card. So this is what I'm getting. Release the control and allow who it is that is supposed to come closer to us will come. It's also talking about, this could also be talking about, again, whatever aspect within your life that you're trying to create a better balance with. Look at this. Have faith. There we go. Have faith. And sadness. It's time to release that sadness of, of what it is that we were possibly hanging on to. This might be the time to really take a look at things from our past, things that maybe did bring us a sense of sadness. Again, it's time to close that door. It's time to end that cycle. Have the faith that things are changing. Have faith at the fact that we are creating a better balance within ourselves. We're going to be able to create a better balance within the elements around us, whether this be people, whether this be material things. What we're doing now is we're now being that magician within our own lives. And again, we're not drawing in things that are going to bring us to a place of that despair or sadness. We're now releasing that. We're shutting the door to that because it's no longer necessary. So I truly hope that that has helped, Aquarius. If this reading has resonated with you, please click like, please share my video, and please subscribe to my channel. And I really, truly hope to see you on Saturday, 1 o'clock Mountain Time. Thank you so much. Have an amazing week and take care. Many blessings. Libra, welcome to your weekly reading for October 9th to the 16th. We're taking a look into the energies of the mind, body, and spirit, as well as relationships, with a closing message from the universe. Please remember that these are general readings, and you may want to also check your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs. So all videos are coming out within the first 4 days of the week. So Mondays, it will be Earth. Tuesdays, we're looking into water. Wednesdays, we're going to be looking into air. And Thursdays, it is going to be for fire. All right, so let's take a look and see what's coming through for you this week, Libra. One more. For the mind, we have the Three of Summer. So it does say hummingbird. You have an exciting reason to celebrate, such as engagement, wedding, graduation, or birth announcement. Remember to cherish those you love. So for some of you, there may have been some sort of announcement of maybe weddings, births, something like this. It feels as though your energy is rejuvenated. You're looking forward to the next few months. This could be for you. It could be possibly for somebody else. This even could be talking about a mindset of celebration. Maybe there's something to celebrate within yourself if it's not somebody, it's something external. This also could be in regards to perhaps taking steps forward in regards to something that it is that you desire, or something that it is that you do cherish, or perhaps a goal. All right. So within the external element, we have the 10 of Autumn, and it comes in contentment, comes from knowing that your finances are secure and your family's material needs are taken care of. It's important to honor traditions and have pride in your heritage and the accomplishments of your ancestors. Beautiful energy. So it does feel that externally, you're feeling in a more secure place. You may feel, whether you're single or, maybe in a relationship of some sort, I feel that you're in a secure place, both within your mind, within your body, okay? It feels like now, you've gone through some bumps in the road, you've gone through possibly some pitfalls over the last few months, but I feel now that you have taken steps to secure yourself in some sort of either financial, material way. And again, this could be even within your own mindset, all right? And the message coming through from Spirit, it does talk about life experience. So this is the Tower, and it says important changes are coming into your life that will require you to take action. Don't hesitate to move in new directions that are right for you. So what I'm getting here, Libra, if this hasn't already happened, I do feel that some sort of change either has come through or some sort of change will be coming through. I'm going to be honest with you. Sometimes people portray the Tower in a negative light. Okay, but basically what it talks about a shock. It's something that's sudden, it's something unexpected. This can be both positive and negative. But here's the thing, or I'm going to say it could be appearing negative. Here's the thing, when that Tower comes through, it is because of necessary changes. So what I'm getting here is that for some of you, again, if you haven't already experienced this, there could be some sort of necessary change that is going to be coming through for you. It may appear in a negative form. It could also appear in a positive form. But please know that this, when this happens, it is going to be positive. Ultimately, okay? Ultimately, it is because this change is going to be needed in some way. This could be a change in a relationship, a change in career, change in job. But what I'm getting here is that Spirit is telling you that this change could be coming through. And again, if you haven't already experienced it, but again, it is going to be a reason to celebrate in some form, even if you're not particularly feeling it at this moment. It is going to be a change towards some sort of security, even within yourself, perhaps within your family, just basically your external circumstances. Again, you know, it is hard when we get that card, right? Because it is a sense of fear. People take a look at the traditional image of the tarot, and basically what it's doing is it's breaking everything down to the ground in order to rise up again. It takes it down to that foundation in order for that foundation to become stronger. So again, whatever this is, there is a positive benefit to it in some way, even if perhaps you didn't or you may not see it at the time. You know, the funny thing is sometimes when we ask for things, we may ask for better financial security, better relationships, better interaction with those around us, whatever it is. It even could be just a positive, you know, a more positive benefit toward our life. So when we ask for that, what happens is sometimes this Tower moment needs to come through. The reason for that is again, it removes the things that are no longer necessary for us in order to achieve whatever dream or whatever prayer it was that we had asked for. And that, you know, and some people look at it and they go, oh my God, you know, this happened. I wanted better relationships. So all of a sudden, our relationships that, you know, we thought were in a positive place are suddenly removed from us. Why is that? Because maybe they really truly weren't there for us. Maybe, you know, sometimes we tend to disguise ourselves thinking that relationships or things around us are really helping us. But ultimately, when we take a step back, or maybe perhaps weeks later, months later, years later, we look back and we go, you know what? I probably wouldn't be in this good of a place if I had hung on to that relationship. It's kind of like if we're in a relationship, let's just put this into a love relationship, and we think things are fine, but you know, we're just basically kind of just going along with the flow of that relationship. Maybe yourself or your partner might not be fully in it for the long term. There could be things behind the scenes that we don't know about. When that Tower comes through, it's like a revelation. Okay, things all of a sudden come up to the surface. Things that maybe possibly were hidden are suddenly illuminated. Things are just being shown. And while we may look at that as this negative thing at the moment, again, if we hadn't been shown at that time when we asked for it, because we're asking for like a better relationship, we might have stayed in that relationship kind of walking around being blind for a long time, until this Tower came through, bringing us something that we truly want. Because we can't advance to a new relationship, or we can't advance to a new career, or whatever it is, if we're hanging on to something that is not necessary for us at that time. So let's get some clarification and see what is coming through. All right. And the thing is, too, we have a choice when that Tower comes in. We have two choices. One, we can resist it. The other is we can go with it. We understand that this is a message from the universe. The problem is that when we resist it, we're really not allowing ourselves to build a new foundation towards whatever it is that, again, we're asking for, we're striving toward, we were praying for. We're hanging on to something that isn't there for us. It's not meant for us. Okay, it might have been there as a lesson. It might have been there as some sort of teaching element for us or for somebody else at that time, but it feels like it's not supposed to be a long-term thing, and it's time to just move past it. The longer we continue to hang on to it, the longer we continue to technically fool ourselves into thinking that this is necessary for us at this moment, the longer it's going to take to start building that foundation up again and into something that is going to be better and more beautiful for us. So the camel, yeah, be forbearing and patient, because I do feel that for some of you, when this is coming through, you know, the camel is very patient. We may not understand why that tower moment came through or could possibly be coming through. Again, take this as it resonates if it hasn't already happened. But there is going to be reasons. There could be something that you're still hanging on to from the past, something that you're not, again, quite letting go of. All right. There may need to be patient. You may need to actually take a look inside of yourself and say, why am I trying to hang on to this so tightly? Why am I not just going with the flow? Why am I not, you know, allowing this to remove itself completely from my life at this time? Because ultimately, again, this is going to lead to a better path. We have the kangaroo, be a force for good. Yeah, instead of hanging on to something. I also am getting here that for some of you, it does talk about be foreboding, be patient, be a force for good. I do feel that for some of you, when we're resisting that tower moment, we can get into a place that we're really not liking our behavior at that moment. Okay, sometimes again things happen that are meant to happen and we go through a place of resisting it, and it can bring out some of our behavior that we're not 100% proud of. Okay, and really it's because of fear. It's because of maybe perhaps feeling that rejection, or maybe we feel that, you know, somebody was, you know, doing something behind our back, or, you know, we basically just feel in that place of like a place of despair to some degree. But again, I am feeling that whatever this is or whatever has happened, it is time to let it go. Be that force for good. Understand that through your love, through your compassion towards whatever this was, for you know, your forgiveness, possibly for allowing yourself to just let it go, it is leading you to something that is going to be stronger and more secure. So we have the eagle coming through, seize opportunities courageously. Yeah, we have to take the opportunities. Sometimes this tower moment is that opportunity to move forward. It's, again, bringing something better to us. We have to take a hold of those opportunities. Take that tower moment as some sort of opportunity to move ahead rather than staying back. We have the rhinoceros, be strong and courageous. Again, it is really talking about being strong, being courageous, you know, doing good, be patient. It feels like this could have been something, or this may possibly be something that is challenging. Okay, you know, maybe you felt that you were manipulated. Maybe you felt that somebody was deceiving you. Maybe, you know, again, whatever it is, maybe you're not getting that job that you were hoping for. Maybe perhaps something ended, you know, maybe a secure job. Or again, you know, take this as it resonates. I'm only just throwing out examples because I can't, you know, if there's lots of people watching, I can't obviously be precise with each one. But basically this is what it's saying: be strong, be courageous. Again, take a look at what is ahead of you rather than what is necessary to let go of. We have the pig, maintain self-worth and self-esteem. Again, going back to this kangaroo where we had be a force for good. I feel that through this process, there may be some, again, with that resistance, where it could come down to behavior that we're just not proud of. Okay, it could be begging, you know, especially if relationships end. We tend to sometimes, you know, beg that person to come back. We may beg, you know, our career or our job to, you know, be given back to us. Maybe we're behaving in a negative way towards others. What I'm really getting here is all of that. It really lowers our self-esteem. It lowers our self-worth. And what it's saying here is, even though there might be some sort of tower experience that is coming or has come, maintaining your self-worth and that self-esteem, again, will help that healing process go smoothly so much faster. And we have the guinea pig. Do your part to illuminate the universe. It's really talking about behavior here. So I don't know who this is resonating for, who it's going to be resonating with, but I do feel that these messages do need to be taken seriously. All right? The universe, spirit is really saying, look, we know this could be painful. We know that maybe this caused some sense of self-doubt or some sense of self-worth, or some, disappointment in some plan moving forward. But truly, it was the best thing for you at this time, because we are going to bring you things in that are going to help you illuminate not only your path, but things for people around you in a better sense. This could be your family. This could be just on a global type of scale. All right? We have the sheep. Act with fortitude and cooperation. I feel like spirit is really coming through here and really trying to put this into, it's almost like a repeated message. Really act within your highest grace at this moment. And we have the bat. See through the illusion into the truth. So what this Tower moment has done, excuse me, I needed to cough. What this Tower moment has done is allowing you to see the truth, okay? You're not hanging on to the illusion of something that was false or fake, or again, something that may have been manipulative or behind your back. It is allowing you to see what was truly going on. If you're hanging on to it, it really is illusion that you're hanging on to. And that's not going to move you forward. That is not going to make you happy in the long run. It's going to give you that temporary sense of happiness or that temporary sense of security. But with that bat coming through, it really feels as though what is happening is, even if you don't see it at the moment, it will allow you that long-term, when you look back long term, you're going to just have that feeling like, oh my gosh, thank God this happened. It's kind of like looking back and, maybe you see an old boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever it is, and, you find out that they ended up in jail, or, they cheated on their wife 800 times or whatever it was, right? And you're, at the time when you broke up with them, or, perhaps the relationship ended, you were so devastated, but then you see who they, really have become. And it's not in the most positive light. And you kind of think, phew, I escaped that one. That's what that Tower moment brings in. You may not see it at the moment, but it is for the betterment of your own personal future. And last card, we have the Goat. Act from your innate wisdom. Again, just pretty much exactly what I said. It's like looking back and you understand. And I feel it for many of you, you're going to know, like there's that part of you that knows that something isn't right. Or maybe perhaps that this isn't where you're supposed to be. But again, we kind of get caught into that place of we think, this can change. I will feel happier. I can make this other person happy. These are all illusions, or what is happening isn't real. It's just an illusion. We get into that place. And here's the thing with that Goat is it's saying here, you already know that this may not have been the best thing for you. And that's where that Tower moment comes in. Because if we're not making the steps to advance ourselves, that Tower will come in and make it happen for us, whether we like it or not. We can hang on to whatever it is for as long as we can try. But ultimately, it's only us that's going to suffer because of that. All right. So let's take a look into relationships and see what's coming through for relationships at the moment. So I'm going to be using the Romance Angels. I'm also using the Angel Answers by Radley Valentine. We're going to be pulling 3 cards from each and seeing what's coming through for relationships at this time for you. This is for Libra, October 9th to the 16th. Show me what we need to know. What does Libra need to know at this time? All right. Soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. We have religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. And we have calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. Here's the interesting thing. We have both of these soulmate cards. These are absolutely beautiful. Again, Libra, what I'm getting for you is it does feel that there is going to be some sort of tower moment that will be either moving you towards your soulmate, or perhaps ending a particular relationship, or maybe there might be some sort of revealing of somebody you're currently with in order to bring you closer to who you're supposed to be with. For some of you, it actually could be the revelation that the person that you're with is truly your soulmate. Okay, so you can kind of take that as it resonates with you. But I do feel here with that religious factors coming in, for some of you, I almost feel that there is an imbalance within maybe perhaps a current relationship. Now, this doesn't need to be romantic. This can be friends, family, co-workers. It even could be within yourself. I feel like you have been calling in your soulmate through spirit, and spirit is trying to bring that to you. Now, remember, again, if we're hanging on to things that are no longer necessary for us, and again, this could be a mindset, it could be a person, it could be factors around us, whatever it is, it's going to be hard for that soulmate to come through, simply because we're hanging on to things that are no longer necessary for us. So if that tower moment appears, understand it is coming through for a reason. It could be a good and a positive thing, or it could be appearing as a negative thing at that moment. So what's coming through is it says, talk about communicate clearly. I feel like what you need to do is communicate with spirit clearly as to who or what you desire within your soulmate, and that's what it's talking about. I feel that for many of you, you're not with your soulmate at this moment. Okay, this might not resonate for all of you, so again, take it as it does resonate with you. But I do feel that for many of you, you're not quite with your soulmate. Again, this could be possibly somebody that you're either with, or maybe somebody that you're looking at, and what spirit is saying, that's not the person. Okay, that's not the person. So if that tower moment does come through, again, allow it to remove what is necessary to remove. What I'm also getting here is communicate very clearly with your spirit guides, with your spirit team, and tell them exactly what you're looking for within a soulmate. We're not talking about names. We're not talking about, this is who I want to be with, because if it's meant to be, it will be. Right? It's talking about the qualities that you're really desiring within somebody in order to bring through this correct soulmate, the one that you're supposed to be with, the one that you are asking for. Allow your guides to bring it to you. We also have peaceful resolution. So it feels like through, again, that tower moment, there is some sort of peaceful resolution, whether it is to bring somebody through or to remove somebody in order for a new soulmate to come through. And improving health. I do feel that for some of you, that tower moment, going back to that, because I really do feel like this is, something that could be a possibility within the future. I can't, what I'm getting here is that for some of you, you might be in a place of stress. Okay, it almost feels like you might be, how come this person isn't calling? How come I'm not getting that much attention? Do they really want to be with me? Are they being faithful? It's like all of these things are playing in your head at this moment. And I do feel that for some of you, when that tower comes through, it is also meant to help you improve your mental, physical, and spiritual health. Simply because, again, even though it feels as though it might be a catastrophe or something that is going to be of a negative nature at that time, as we go through that healing process, we recognize how much we are really, truly improving not only the health of all three factors, but we're improving our environment, which is going to bring about a better feeling of health, okay? And it's allowing us to bring through that soulmate. It is allowing us to bring through our prayers, through our desires, okay, of what it is that we truly want. It's going to bring through that person that is truly meant to be with you. So let's get a closing message from the universe and see what is coming through. And remember, guys, take that as it resonates with you. I feel like this is a very specific message for some of you out there. And, it may not resonate with everyone. And that's okay. That's all right. It's just meant for who feels it at this time. All right. And closing message for Libra, October 9th to the 16th. It might also just be a good time to really look at things around you, whether it's relationship or career, and before that Tower moment comes through, is to take a look and go, am I truly happy here? Am I truly happy with this person? Am I truly happy with my current circumstances? What can I change? This, before that Tower comes in, it's almost like that premonition. Okay, it's allowing you that telling you the future. Okay, this could come in if you're not in a place where you're really feeling that you're truly happy, you're feeling truly secure, because that's what that that 3 of Cups and that 10 of Pentacles comes through. It talks about being happy, being secure. Are you really in that place now? And is there something that you would like that could be better? Okay. We have, how teachable are you? Yeah. See, that's exactly it. Because again, Tower moment. Are you going to learn from this? Are you going to hang on to things that are trying to be removed from your life because they're no longer good for you? They are not your path. Entrapment. Yeah. When we resist letting go, we are really truly in a place of entrapment. Even though things might appear better. Let's say somebody wants to end a relationship and you feel that you've convinced them in some way to stay with you. Okay? Ultimately, it is a feeling of entrapment, not only for that person, but also for you, because it's going to be repeating cycles over and over and over again. And it's really truly not that happy place that most of us desire to be. And procrastination. Yeah. So I feel like for this week, Libra, okay, this is a time to really truly look deep. Look at the areas around your life. Are you in a good place? Are you feeling happy? Are you feeling fulfilled? Are you feeling secure? Are you feeling in a place of contentment with areas of your life? Is there places that you can improve? Are there places that you can, or people that you can start letting go of? If you're not truly happy, now is the time to do it. And Spirit is asking you not to procrastinate, because it really does put you into a place of feeling entrapped, even though you may not consciously be aware of it. Okay, there is going to be that Tower moment. Like if we're resisting, that Tower moment could come in. All right, it's asking you to really learn from these experiences, really learn, instead of procrastinating about looking deep into areas that you could possibly change or possibly fix. It's asking you to teach, help, learn through this experience. Okay, don't procrastinate, but just continue to learn. Don't stay in that place of entrapment. So I truly hope that this has helped, Libra. If this reading has resonated with you, please click like, please share, and please subscribe to my channel. And on Saturday, we're doing a live at 1 o'clock Mountain Time. I truly hope you can join. It is going to be, quick mini readings. We're not going to be doing full readings. For those of you wanting a full reading, by all means, please check my Instagram, my Facebook, or my website at Oracle Intuitions. And you can ask me about personal readings there. But Saturday is going to be mini readings, and I truly hope you can join. Have an amazing week and many blessings. Gemini, welcome to your weekly reading for October 9th to the 16th. We're taking a look into the energy of the mind, body, and spirit, as well as relationships with a closing message from the universe. Please remember that these are general readings. They may not resonate with everyone, but I do recommend you taking a look at your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs as well. So all of our readings are going to be out between Monday and Thursday every week. Mondays it's going to be earth signs. Tuesdays it's going to be air signs. Tuesdays water signs. Wednesdays earth signs, and Thursdays we have our fire signs. All right, so let's get into it and take a look. And don't forget that we are doing lives on Saturday, 1 o'clock Mountain Time. So I truly hope we'll be able to see you then. All right, let's see what is coming through for Gemini for this upcoming week. For the mind, we have the Three of Winter. So it says, say sadness is a part of life, but you don't have to endure it alone. You may need a little time to heal, but once you work your way through the emotions, you'll be stronger than before. So I do feel that for some of you, in your mindset, you may be going through some sort of Three of Swords energy. Okay, this could be a sadness. This could be a past sadness that you could possibly be reliving for whatever reason. But what I'm getting with that is the reason it is coming up is so it can be released. It can be healed so that you can move forward. I do feel that maybe perhaps for some of you, this could be an experience that you're currently going through or perhaps maybe going through. But again, when that Three of Swords comes through, it really talks about healing as well. Yes, we are going through something that may be painful at this moment, but it is coming through for a reason. Things might not be going your way at this particular time because we do have to go through a release of some sort of emotions or some sort of events. All right, in our external, we have the Six of Autumn. So this is the Six of Pentacles, and it does talk about your success and prosperity have allowed you to pay off debts, acquire wise loans, or receive a grant or a scholarship. And in return for heaven's blessings, be sure to share the wealth with others through donations or time or money to reputable charities. So that could relate to, that could be that could resonate with some of you. But when that Six of Autumn comes in, it also talks about it talks about basically giving and receiving. Sometimes for some of you, that Three of Swords may be coming through because you felt that you have been giving more than you have been receiving. This also could be the opposite, where perhaps you have been receiving without giving, and that can leave us in sort of an empty place. So again, take that as it resonates. But although, this could be time, it could be energy, it could be resources, it could be something of the material world. Take again as that resonates. Are you giving more energy towards a situation that is not giving to you back in return? If that is true, then that might be something that you need to look at. It's maybe time to release that situation altogether in order to provide healing toward ourselves at this time. And with Spirit, we have that Nine of Autumn coming through. Your success has brought you financial security, and the reward of much deserved time off to enjoy your own company. You may suddenly have a brilliant idea of a business or self-employment opportunity that will be very successful. Again, you take that as it resonates. However, in traditional tarot, what that Nine of Pentacles can relate to is it does sometimes talk about an individual energy. Traditionally, that Nine of Pentacles can be somebody who is single, okay? It can be talking about somebody who is using their own resources, somebody who is in a place where they're, I've always related that Nine of Pentacles to that energy of a person who looks at relationships, like romantic relationships, as somebody who has that strength within them, or that maybe they're at this place of self-esteem or self-worth where they just look at and they go, yeah, it would be nice to have a relationship. I want a relationship, but it's because I want one, not because I need one. Okay, so when that Nine of Pentacles comes through, it's not about need. It's not about it's not like that Nine of Pentacles, that person who is a Nine of Pentacles isn't going to look at somebody and say, you complete me. You completely. You made my world. What would I do without you? What would I do without this person? They're not in that place. Okay, and I feel like that's what Spirit is asking you to do, especially if this does relate to relationships in some manner at this time. So if you've been giving more energy towards somebody, it might be time to get into this Nine of Pentacles energy where you're just happy within yourself. Your own self-esteem is becoming higher. Your own self-worth is being recognized, all right? This, I mean, obviously, it doesn't have to relate to relationships. This could be within work. Are you giving more to work? Are you giving more towards the job than you feel that the job is giving to you at this moment? Maybe it's time to really take a look into that as well. Is there something that you can do independently? Or for some of you, this even could be to co-workers within the job. Okay, if you're feeling that you have to rely on co-workers, or co-workers are relying on you in some way, is there an opportunity for you to be more independent? Whether this is, not cutting off communication, because we can't really cut off communication with our co-workers, but it can be, can we work more independently? Will that independent working help us in some way achieve our goals? And again, for some of you, it might even be talking about that self-employment. But basically, that Nine of Pentacles, Spirit is asking you to get into this place where you're having your own self-esteem, self-worth, self-recognition. All right. And rather than wallowing or staying in this Three of Swords energy, or possibly giving more energy toward a situation than you're receiving back at this time. So however that resonates with you in whatever area, that might be something that you want to look at. Now, we don't have to be giving actual physical energy towards something in order to release it. This actually could be even within our mindset. Again, if we're looking at things from the past, and perhaps even looking at times or places, at times throughout our life where we've given more energy, and it's brought you into a place where you're now feeling the results of that. Maybe, you're reliving the past in some way. Maybe you're looking at past relationships, whatever it is. Recognize the fact that those were necessary in order to get you to this place, okay? Maybe there was some sort of recognition from that past that needed to come up in order to be released, to heal, in order to bring you to this Nine of Pentacles energy. And that's what Spirit wants you to embrace at this time, whether you're with a partner or whether you're without a partner, okay? It does talk about individual energy within yourself, within who you are, who your essence is, okay? So let's get some clarification and see what's coming through. Clarifying cards for Gemini at this time. So with that Three of Swords coming through, we have the Elephant. Open yourself up to true abundance. Yeah, I feel like instead of, again, staying in that past energy, okay, recognizing the fact that things either had to end or things had to change in order for some betterment. Now, if this is possibly, due to a loss of somebody, understand that, sometimes, again, we have to let go of the energy. It doesn't mean that we're forgetting about somebody. It doesn't mean that we can't mourn the loss of them. But basically what it is saying, it is time to remove ourselves from this energy. That Spirit is coming through saying, look, it is time to embrace who you are. It is time to embrace your true self. It is time to relish in your own existence. You're still here. You're still going. You're still moving forward. We understand the pain and the sadness, but that there is a part of life there and we have to move on. And that's also what I'm getting. It's time to open yourself up to receiving the good of life experiences, of what life has to offer. We have the Parrot. Listen intently to understand. So you could be, what I'm saying right now, or maybe possibly what we need to sometimes do is sometimes people from our past or even within our current energy could be saying something that we're just not truly opening up to listening at this time. Okay, a lot of times we get a thought process in our head and we're not listening to the actual meaning of the words that are coming through. right? Somebody might be saying, look at, I have to move on, or I have to leave the situation. Or again, if you're giving more energy towards a situation, again, I'm going to take this into relationships just because it's a good example. Perhaps you're giving more energy towards somebody, okay, and they're just not reciprocating. Or maybe their messages back to you are like one word, or there's no energy behind it. And you know, you're still in that place, like you're feeling that sadness, but you're not quite ready to let go. Maybe what it's time to do is really start listening, okay, to understand. Maybe this person is just wanting to move on and they're just not saying it directly to you. Or maybe you're just listening to the words that are coming through. Again, take that as it resonates. But I do feel that around you, it may be time to really start comprehending the words rather than just hearing them. Okay? The ego sees opportunities courageously. Yeah, I do feel that for some of you, this Three of Swords energy, and again, giving more energy towards perhaps some sort of situation, it has taken away other opportunities for you. Here's the thing. Sometimes when we're staying in an energy that's not necessary for us, we're not seeing the opportunities of other things come through because we're in such a place of despair, a place of sadness, or where we really need to heal. And as these opportunities come through, because we're lacking perhaps that self-worth or that self-esteem of that Nine of Pentacles, we may not clearly see the opportunities that are coming closer to us or trying to come into our energy field. And so I feel that by releasing this energy, you're now going to start seeing these new opportunities that are trying to come in. They're trying to have you grasp them. They're trying to open the doors toward things that are going to be more beneficial for you. We have the Shark, lead as a powerful and peaceful warrior. So again, I do feel that for some of you, this could be a work situation. Okay, there may be perhaps an opportunity or some sort of situation going on within your career or your field where you feel like you're giving. Maybe perhaps you're not receiving either the benefits of that, or perhaps maybe coworkers are even just, throwing their work at you or not participating as much as they could possibly like. It is saying here lead. Now, whether this is within your personal life, career life, it's sometimes when we take control of those reins, it is time to move forward. We're doing it in a place that is out of power, okay? And it doesn't mean to be aggressive. It just means to show your power, take the leadership on something and start moving forward. Be an example to somebody or something, even if this is just to yourself and your own energy. We have the Draft. Aspire to a higher knowledge and wisdom. Yeah, again, I feel like for whatever this is, there's some sort of learning lesson that's coming through here. It feels like whatever it is that you have experienced or about to experience or experiencing at the moment, this is for a reason. There is a lesson behind this that is needed in order to achieve this Nine of Pentacles energy. And the Rhinoceros, be strong and courageous. So it's really talking about taking your power back, taking your courage, be brave enough to move forward. You don't need to let people see you that you're in a negative place, right? Unless it's, in regards to therapy or something like that. But don't give somebody else the power. If there's somebody who is hurting you or somebody who isn't giving you that same energy that you're giving to them, you don't need to give them your power. It's time to be, strong, be courageous, move forward, take the reins, be that leader, and perhaps end something that isn't working out for you at this moment. We have the Dove, spread messages of peace and harmony. Again, even though you might be strong and courageous, you don't need to do it in that aggressive manner, okay? This is really talking about peace and harmony. Maybe just doing so and just stating what it is that is on your mind. Again, we had that listen intently. Maybe it's you that needs to speak clearly in order for somebody to hear, okay? We have the Turtle. be joyful and trusting. I feel like you need to be trusting in what the universe is bringing forth for you right now, or what the universe is bringing into your presence. Okay, like again, if we're feeling things from the past, the spirit or the universe might be bringing these to you in order, again, to heal them, to let them go, to release them, in order to be in a happier place. Sometimes we hang on to things within our subconscious that we don't quite even realize that they're truly sitting in the back of our minds, but they're replaying themselves in a subconscious type of way. And what I'm getting here is it's time to release those. They're coming through for a reason, in order to be healed. And I feel that you need to have trust in the universe to go through this process. We have the donkey. Keep your heart open no matter what. Yeah, when that Three of Swords comes in, or again, even possibly wanting to, if we're sending more energy towards something or somebody and we're not receiving it back, we tend to put up a heart armor. Okay, we tend to close our hearts down. We tend to close that chakra. We tend to protect it because we don't want to get hurt again. And this also could be talking about a situation that even though your heart armor was perhaps hurt in the past, maybe it's coming up now in order to heal, in order to help you move forward to something better. So even though it feels like this is very hurtful, and why are you reliving this, or why are you going through this at this moment, it feels as though it's necessary in order to help you heal that heart energy. When we heal that heart energy, we really truly get into that place where we recognize our own self-worth, and things from the past, experiences that we had, lived in the past, won't come through again, because now we're coming at it from a healed and cleansed energy. And we have the tiger. Accept your magnificence. And this is so much that Nine of Pentacles energy, right? That accept your magnificence. That Nine of Autumn, strong within themselves. That Nine of Pentacles doesn't need anything. But what they bring through is because of their own essence. It's because of their own strength. It's because they recognize their own self-esteem, their own self-worth. Accept your magnificence. And that's what I'm getting for you for this upcoming week, Gemini. I don't feel... What I'm getting for some of you is that there could be, again, a person, perhaps an event, an experience of some sort that has been kind of dragging you down, and maybe, getting you into this place of, why does this happen, or why do I feel like this? And it almost feels like you need to look around and be gracious and have gratitude for what is currently within your life, rather than things that you don't have control of, or rather than things that possibly have happened in the past. It's now time to move forward, to heal ourselves in whatever way it is that we can, whether it's through therapy or friends, meditation. It's some way. These things are coming through, or you may be feeling this way for a particular reason. And what I'm getting from this is it's truly to heal it, to end that sort of silent suffering that you may have been feeling on the inside for a while now. So let's take a look into relationships and see what's coming through. So we're going to be using the Romance Angels and also the Angel Answers. These are from Radley Valentine, and we're going to be taking a look. Well, the Romance Angels are from Doreen Virtue, but the Angel Answers are from Radley Valentine. We're going to be taking three of them. Taking a look into the energy of relationships. And remember that relationships do not need to be romantic. They can be friends, family, and co-workers. Take them as they resonate for you. And they also could be a relationship within ourselves as well. All right. So first one coming through is passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. What's interesting is that we had that donkey coming through talking about keep your heart open no matter what. So I feel like this is a time to embrace the passion. Embrace the passion of not only yourself, embrace the passion of maybe particular things that just make you excited. Whether it's a person, place, thing, whatever it is, allow yourself to start to open up to those passions. It says trust. Again, we had this trust card coming through. This situation is calling for you to have faith, because I do feel that there are some disappointments that are coming through or that you have experienced. But again, they were necessary for some sort of learning process. And I do feel that for some of you, this trust card is really necessary to hear. You need to have faith. You need to have trust that the reason that circumstances aren't particularly maybe going in your favor at this moment, or maybe you have these worries or doubts, remember to have trust within the universe that things are going forward in some manner. And it does talk about children. Your love life is being affected by children. Now, for some of you, this could be very relatable if there are children, somehow affecting a relationship in some way. But what I'm also getting here is this is time. Remember, we had that Three of Swords coming through. It's time to start healing that inner self. All right, that inner child, because a lot of times some of our things from our past can come through from our childhood. It doesn't mean, whether this is from our parents, whether this is experiences that we had as children, whether this is, it doesn't need to be child, but it's that inner child. It could be from any really particular age. But what it does is it can really affect that emotional place that hits us later on as adults. And I actually have, I know several people that are kind of going through this, where they're having to heal some sort of childhood past at this moment in order to move forward. And it's coming through as being, that they're recognizing it. They realize that they have to go through this particular healing in order to embrace what life is trying to show them right now, in order to have that gratitude and that it's like just having that gratitude for life that life is giving you at this moment. You may be in a really good financial place. Maybe you have great children. Maybe you actually have a great relationship in the current way. But there could be things that are coming through in that Three of Swords energy that need to be healed in order for you to truly embrace what you have at this current moment. All right. So let's see what's coming through with clarifying cards. Clarifying for Gemini. The passion. Meditation brings answers. I feel like this is for that inner child. Now, this could be meditation. It could be a therapy of some sort. It could be just talking to people that you can, even just talking with friends can really release, or our partners can really release a lot of things that we're hanging on to. Somebody, we had that parrot coming through where it talked about listening. Okay. Listening brings some sort of answers. And I feel that for some of you, you either need to listen, or maybe you need somebody that can listen to you. Choose a new direction. Yeah, again, feeling like moving forward. And whether this is in regards to a particular person, I feel like for some of you, there could be a relationship that's not quite going the way that you wish it would go. I do feel that you need to choose a new direction at that time. It doesn't mean that you need to let that person go. It may mean that you need to do some healing first, or perhaps they need to do some healing first. It doesn't particularly, for some of you, that is going to be a very specific answer, like really choose a new direction, go another way, because this relationship isn't working. But what I am also getting here for some of you is that at this moment, work on your own healing, work on your own essence, work on the core of who it is that you are, work on the things that you need to heal at this time in order to help heal this situation, or heal this relationship, or maybe to possibly bring this relationship together. And then we have within the next few months. So this is a really positive card, because again, I feel like, there's going to be a change within a situation as you're doing the healing that is needed. So it's not like you're going to just do this healing for no reason. Okay, it's going to bring about a change within the situation. Whether you gain a place of strength where you recognize that you are in that Nine of Pentacles energy and not needing anything or needing anyone or relying on anyone, or maybe this is just something that you're just moving away from in some way. I do feel, or it could be bringing that person back or that situation back in a more positive way, because now you've embraced your own energy. You've embraced your own strength. You've embraced who it is that you are inside, rather than giving more energy towards a situation that just wasn't going anyplace at that moment. All right, so let's get a closing message from the universe and see what is coming through for you, Gemini. So I feel like this week is a week to concentrate on healing, whichever way it is, whether it's through meditation, whether you need to truly talk to somebody, maybe just going within yourself. But I do feel that this is a time, and I feel like all of this is coming through again because there's a reason for it. It's not like at the end of all of this there's not going to be some sense of reward. I feel like there will be a reward, whether it's within your self-esteem or just recognizing your own power, or maybe changing a situation completely. But there is going to be a positive benefit for all of this at the end. And again, it's not going to be like years from now. It's really saying do the work, and within a few months you will start seeing those positive changes. Even could be faster, but you know. All right. Alchemy. Yeah, time to start balancing. Alchemy, you know, it's interesting because it is the mixing of the elements, the mixing of energy, and it's putting it into a place of perfect balance. So again, you know, we had that Six of Pentacles coming through where it's giving more energy towards something, or possibly somebody giving more energy towards you and it not being returned. But this is now talking about balance. It's like the Magician card in traditional tarot. When I take a look at it, it's being able to take all of the elements and creating what it is that you're desiring. Sadness. Yeah, we had that Three of Swords already come through. It's time to release the sadness. It's time to move past the sadness of situations. It's time to really start healing that inner child. And we have selling out. It's interesting because with that Three of Swords and that Six of Pentacles coming through, there is that element of selling out. It's like I just keep giving this energy towards somebody. I'm not receiving it back, but yet I'm staying within this situation. And what Spirit is asking you to do is to not sell out anymore. It's time to embrace you. It's time to embrace who you are, your own power, your own magnificence. It's time to really, truly move forward into who it is that you are and are supposed to be. So I truly hope that this has helped, Gemini. If this reading has resonated, please click like, please share, and please subscribe to my channel. And I truly hope to see you on Saturday at 1 o'clock Mountain Time. I'm really looking forward to it. It's not going to be full readings. We are just going to be doing mini readings, and I'm going to try to get to as many people as I possibly can. For those of you seeking a full personal reading, please contact me either on my Instagram or Facebook at Oracle Intuitions, or on my website at oracleintuitions.com. Thanks so much and have a great week. Many blessings.